Welcome to Staples Center in Los Angeles. It's an NBA Thursday night brought to you by ESPN on EA Sports as we get set for tonight's game between the LA Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks. As we get things started, who on the Mavericks do you think they need to keep an eye out for here tonight, Jeff?
When you're playing against a talented team, you can't lose sight of Wesley Matthews and his competitive spirit. Remember back to when he played with the Utah Jazz as a rookie. And Jerry Sloan, one of the toughest coaches and competitors this league has ever known, started this guy over more experienced players. That tells you all you need to know about who Wesley Matthews is and what makes him tick.
You know, Jeff, so much made of DeAndre Jordan not going to the Dallas Mavericks. That's got to hurt, although they recovered by getting a couple of other good key players.
But, Mike, they thought they had a defensive cornerstone to their program in DeAndre Jordan. Yeah, they got Zaza Pachulia, who I think has always performed better than he's been given credit for. I love his toughness. But to lose DeAndre Jordan is going to set them back for quite a bit of period of time.
To the basket, and Chandler Parsons with a nice look, sinks it.
You want to keep attacking the basket and get layups around the rim. That's how you score consistently.
Stevenson. Terrific ball movement. Pierce against Parsons. Passing to the post for the layup. Won't go.
Even great shooters are distracted by a great closeout and a hard contest.
Matthews. Nowitzki for two. And Dirk Nowitzki with a nice play. He's averaging 17 points per game this season. For Chris Paul, he is desperate to get to a finals, desperate for a championship, but his team not able to get past the second round. What does he have to do to take them there, Jeff?
Well, Chris Paul is a great player. Oftentimes, how far you advance in the playoffs is just as much about who you play with and who you play against as it is how you play individually. Chris Paul has nothing to be ashamed about. This is a team that could win it all.
And Dirk Nowitzki with the bucket.
Sometimes the simplest plays are the hardest ones to execute. Good layup.
Pierce. And he curls in to the rim. Soft touch, gets the roll.
I love watching the attackers in our league be able to adjust, adapt, and then ultimately finish at the basket.
Williams into the front court. Moving the ball, excellent teamwork. To Nowitzki. He's averaging 5 rebounds per game this season. Jeff, the Clippers not only good, but so entertaining. It's a highlight package every night.
Absolutely, and again, those highlights get special significance when it comes to they're in winning times now. It's one thing to make highlight reel plays in a loss. They get forgotten very quickly. But to do it in an entertaining style and win in a major market like LA, and really right now be the better team in LA, this is a terrific accomplishment for Doc Rivers and his team.
That three-pointer off the mark. To Stevenson. Looks to the post. Paul from downtown. Matthews the rebound. To Williams. Fires from downtown. The Mavs with the offensive rebound for another possession. Unable to flip it in. On the follow, puts it up. Unable to flip it in. We talk so much about DeAndre Jordan's defense and his shot blocking. This guy, though, Jeff, he's a solid, efficient scorer.
because he knows what shots he can make. He's going to score on dunks, on layups, and within 3 feet of the basket. He's a great pick-and-roll player, rolling to the rim, catching the lob. I like it when people know who they are and are not constantly trying to reinvent themselves where their strength now becomes a weakness.
Williams. Oh, excellent screen. Oh, what a great dunk.
There's no reason to ever give up a slip on a pick and roll that leads to a basket. The man defending the screener's got to do a better job. The rotation's got to be early. This is why you're in the hole you're in right now when you play defense like that.
Nice ball movement. Nowitzki fires away, knocks it down. That's a two-pointer. 2-point lead for the Mavericks.
They haven't wasted any time in establishing an offense based around ball movement and player movement, and the results speak for themselves.
Puts it in and draws the foul. And Chris Paul will go to the line looking to complete the three-point play.
You earned it. Take the hit, take the blow, finish the play.
Able to convert the free throw, and he completes the three-point play. A big acquisition in the offseason for the Mavericks. Darren Williams, at one time, maybe the best point guard in the NBA. Boy, do the Mavericks hope he can get back there, Jeff.
Back when he was with Utah, Mike, people were talking about he and Chris Paul, who was the better point guard. And there was a legit argument to be made for both players. He goes to Brooklyn, he has some injuries, and now he comes to Dallas. Back home, the Mavericks need him to be great.
It's good, and the foul. Block called against Nowitzki. And Lance Stevenson will go to the line.
Terrific concentration to finish the shot, and now shoot a free throw.
Hits the free throw, three-point play complete. Williams against Paul. Nowitzki's looking to do damage in the paint. Making the defense work with excellent ball movement. And Dirk Nowitzki's called for the offensive foul. And we have a substitution being made. Substitutions. You know, Jeff, most people recognize Jamal Crawford as a great scorer, but it takes a special talent to be able to be instant offense off the bench.
Yeah, and I think it takes a special mindset, Mike, to be able to see yourself in a six-man role when oftentimes he could say, I'm better than the guy that's starting ahead of me. He can hit you with so many ways to score. The three-point shot, the pick-and-roll game. He's a great free throw shooter. He's one of the all-time great streak scorers.
Three-point attempt. Misfires from beyond the arc. Crawford against Matthews. He puts it up. Nice finish around the rim. 4-2. LA is leading Dallas by a score of 18-14. Harris against Paul. Here's the screen. Pass to the corner. To Harris. Harris for two. Puts it up. Touch there, not this time.
We're seeing some outstanding defensive work, forcing the offensive team into late shot clock shots, which are very low percentage.
Moving the ball around beautifully. Smith for two. And the run continues, Jeff. Boy, it's getting uncomfortable. Why haven't they called timeout?
Mike, I don't like to second guess, but I'm surprised they haven't called a timeout right here. I know some coaches like to let their players play through the swings of the game, but right here, a timeout is warranted.
Time for some lineup changes now from both clubs. Josh Smith has a lot of different talents. What's his #1 strength?
Well, I love his passing ability, Mike. For a big, as a four-man, when he goes down on the block and he can command that double team, he's a very capable and willing passer. And then you couple that with how many guys pass like...
Boy, oh boy, they finally call a timeout. They were long overdue for that.
Finally, I guess they heard me from across the court to call a timeout. It's a little late, but better late than never.
Bears trying for position in the paint. To Villanueva. Harris on the drive. Terrific block by Griffin. To Crawford. Excellent ball movement. Great teamwork. Tied up. Has to make that pass. Los Angeles is leading Dallas by a score of 22-14. D'Alembert. Terrific ball movement. Oh, it's turned back by Smith at the rim, and a nice finish at the basket.
That's just a nice layup right there.
He's averaging 16 points per game this season. Sends it into the post. Adjusting in the air. There's the whistle. Nice job drawing the foul. Samuel D'Alembert picks up his second of the night. And Blake Griffin will go to the line. He's shooting 73% for the season.
Man, I thought that was going to be an and one. Good strength, just whipped out.
Those new additions, though, which one do you expect to have the biggest impact?
To me, it's got to be Josh Smith. You know, Paul Pierce, you cannot depend on for big minutes every game at his age, but he'll play well. Josh Smith, to me, is the X factor. We saw it last year with Houston, played well coming off the bench, and he's going to have to do the same thing in LA. He's going to have to give them rebounding, shot blocking, and timely offense.
No doubt about it. He hit him. It's called against Smith. And Darren Williams will go to the line with under 2 minutes to go in the first.
I really like this play right here. You're a great free throw shooter. Draw the contact and get 2 freebies.
Good recovery, hits the second free throw. Los Angeles is leading Dallas by a score of 22-17. Pierce. Pass into the post. To the basket, flips it up, adjusts the shot, and gets it to drop.
This is the difference between college and the NBA. The ability to take on the second defender, contort your body, and still finish.
Moving the ball, excellent teamwork. To the rim. Williams is unable to hit. Crawford walks it across. Pierce on the drive. Quick release for 3. Puts it in, and they take this lead into double figures. He scored 10 points in their previous game against the Houston Rockets. Plenty of time. That attempts a three-pointer. Won't go from downtown. Throws it down.
I love to see this. Guy who's behind keeps fighting, pursuing the ball. Not only pursues the ball, then has the talent and ability to finish it and give them a chance to cut into this margin.
4-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. From downtown, and Jamal Crawford with a strong rebound. Buzzer sounds. That ends the first quarter. LA's up by 8. Stay with us for more NBA on ESPN.